Hello. The team at Vanquish Training Academy are often asked what the difference is between private investigator training and surveillance training. Now, I wanted to put this video together to very briefly explain the differences between the two. Private investigations is a service within the private security industry, and the private investigations can have a number of services that will include things like person tracing, vehicle tracker deployments, fraud investigations, and surveillance operations. Now, Vanquish Investigation Services are a private investigation company, and they provide all of those services and more. And as such, they will require surveillance operatives. In fact, at the time of making this video, I think that company has about something like 50 to 60 surveillance operatives in the UK. Vanquish Training Academy is purely there to provide surveillance operatives to that company. They will not recruit anyone that hasn't done one of our training courses. Now, because surveillance is a skill that requires training on its own, it's something that for us, we do on a 2-day course or a 5-day course. There are other courses out there that you would train to become a private investigator, but our courses, the 2-day basic surveillance course and the 5-day advanced surveillance course, will train you to be a surveillance operative. Now, you can make a decision as to which career route you would rather take. Me personally, I started off as a surveillance operative and worked my way up the hierarchical chain that way. And I obviously now would consider myself a qualified private investigator. However, if you want to become a freelance surveillance operative, private investigator training usually doesn't cover that. The SIA have outlined something which is a very comprehensive training course, but doesn't include the skills that are required for surveillance operatives to go out there and conduct covert surveillance operations. The Vanquish Training Academy was originally set up purely to train Vanquish's security operatives in surveillance so that they could go out and conduct surveillance tasks in a manner in which they abide by our standard operating procedures in a way that we expect them to operate, and also so that they can write reports in a uniformed manner that can be used as evidence and in which our clients or Vanquish Investigation Services clients expect them to be written. What we're planning to do in the future is to create a course that encompasses everything that's required by the SIA when they release the license, plus our existing surveillance courses now. We don't quite know how we're going to do that in terms of timeframes, because obviously a 5-day course plus the additional 4 or 5 days that's going to be a requirement of the SIA is going to make it quite a lengthy course. So we're trying to figure out how we're going to go about that. But at the time of recording this video, we have a 2-day basic surveillance course that will allow you to work on basic surveillance tasks for Vanquish Investigation Services, or a 5-day advanced surveillance course that will enable you to do more technical and more prolonged surveillance tasks for Vanquish Investigation Services, as well as vehicle tracker deployments and assistance with fraud investigations and person traces and things like that. For more information on any of our surveillance or PI-based courses, you can go to vanquishacademy.com/surveillance.